Hello everybody, welcome to part 2 of the Boost Max review. This is part 2 of a two-part video review of the Boost Max from Boost Mobile USA, and also it is made by ZTE. So if you haven't already, please watch part 1, or maybe you're interested in watching part 1. In part 1 I looked at the camera, the specifications, and messaging, and the web browser. So if you are interested in any of that, please check out part 1. Alright, so in this video we are going to first check out games and apps. So I did use this phone actually quite a bit compared to usual when I review phones, because this is a large screen, and it was pretty interesting actually to have such a large screen, and it was kind of fun to play with. So I did use Facebook, Snapchat, Google Hangouts, Google Maps, Gmail, YouTube. I used them all quite a bit and didn't really have many issues with those. Also, I downloaded Temple Run 2. I don't even remember if I played it yet, but I will play it on camera like I always do. Alright. Sheesh, I'm going to need 2 hands for this. Yeah, I believe this is the first time I've run the app, so it'll be a little slower at starting up. Just keep that in mind. Saw a little lag there when doing the volume. Alright, play. Ooh. Alright. Alright, so really not having any issues here. This is good. And I'm done. Okay. Well, again, so that worked just fine. Again, you're not really going to have an issue with the processing power. The processor should hold through on this. But it's just the little problems I've been having here and there, such as the screen kind of locked up once and it would not respond to me, and I had to restart the phone and then it would respond. So, I mean, that only happened once, but those little things, those are what's going to trip up this phone. Also, the memory issues I described in part 1 that the camera has, definitely a problem. Alright, so I have a speed test video that I did, and we'll look at some of the speed tests I've already done, but again, as I explained in part 1, I don't have data activated on here anymore, or anything. So I'm going to show you what I've got, and I did a speed test video before my plan ran out, so I will show you that in right now after I show you these. But you can see, I mean, results, I'll just let you take a look at them. I'll tell you most of them are LTE, except like these right here. So actually this 2.818 was, that was 3G, that was really fast. But again, they're kind of all over the board. You can see LTE has not been super fast, except like here we got 9 megabits per second, which still is not that fast. Here's 11. Again, so LTE is pretty spotty here, and those are the results I got from speed testing, and right now I will show you the video. Alright, now that we watched that, let's do a quadrant standard test here. Nope, quadrant standard, force closed. I've been having some issues with force closing. apps. In the part 1, I could not open some of the photos I took in the gallery. Actually, they were just screenshots. Every time I'd click them, it would force close if you didn't see that video. So definitely not something that should be happening. This is a brand new phone with not much on it at all. And while Quadrant's running, I'll talk quickly about the voice quality. Voice quality on this end, so listening out of this phone, was very bad. It was very blurry and muffled, and just, I had a hard time understanding myself when talking into the other phone. And so, definitely not good quality. But on the other end, so the person listening to me, if I'm using this phone, that end is super clear. I tried it, and you can hear yourself very clearly. So I'm not sure what's up with that, but that is what I found with the voice quality on this phone. All right. Come on. And it appears that we're not going to get our benchmark sent for some reason. So is it not even going to show us? Alright. Well, I'm about to give up on this here. I guess I'll let it work while I talk overall a little bit about this phone. This phone should not have issues like this phone did. No phone should be released, no matter how inexpensive. $300 is an amazing price point, but I don't know if it's worth it if you're going to have things happening like memory issues that are really software issues, because there is free memory on this phone. That just shouldn't happen. And also, the fact that you can't hold it in one hand, you can, but it's a little awkward, and I'm always afraid I'm going to drop it, and you really can't use it with one hand. That can get a little annoying. Alright, so we did not get our benchmarks. Sorry about that. I'm not sure what went wrong there. So again, back to the phone. It's very nice to have a big screen sometimes when you're browsing the web, looking for, watching videos, stuff like that, but it's also hard if you're trying to use the phone with one hand, so I guess that's a preference thing, the big screen. But, also, this is the best ZTE phone I've used so far, pretty much. I mean, it didn't have that many issues if you set aside the camera issue, which is a pretty big deal. But, this phone, I mean, it's a pretty solid build for a ZTE phone. It's not a bad phone, and I have to say, if the camera had worked normally, and we didn't have the little things like the irresponsive touchscreen that one time, then I would have to recommend this phone. But mostly with the memory issues that shouldn't happen at all, I can't recommend it. I would go with something like the Galaxy S3 or the iPhones, because they have a brand that is not going to give you these memory issues that aren't really memory issues. So just something worth noting. But, alright, well, thank you for watching part 2, and please subscribe to my channel. It helps a lot. Like this video if you liked it, and also follow me on Twitter at funzier1, and my Facebook page for this is facebook.com/funzier1, and I'll have eBay listings of phones I'm selling on there from time to time, and I'll have the links to new videos, and you can ask me questions on there, whatever you like. So check that out if you're interested. Alright, thanks again for watching. Bye.